Welcome to Asian Anifacts, the channel about Chinese, Korean and Taiwanese actors and actresses. Today I will show you the lists of dramas of Lee Young-ae, Part 5, which includes her main role on the romantic drama The Reason I Live, her main role in the family drama Because I Love You, and her main role in the romantic drama Romance. But before I continue, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on who do you want me to feature next. The Reason I Live, 1997. Cast: Lee Young-ae, Sun Chang-min, Nam Eun-hee, Kim Hyun-joo, Go Do-shim, Yoon Yo-young. She played Jung E-suk, a woman who comes to work at a bar called Minji as a bar girl, and the owner hired her because of her high level of alcohol tolerance. But on Jung E-suk's first night of work, she has a fight with a customer who asks her to get into his car without paying for the drinks and snacks that he consumed. Their physical fight was witnessed by Park Jin-gu, who ends up fighting with a customer on behalf of Jung E-suk and are eventually taken to the police station. Park Jin-gu is an ex-convict who lives as a gangster. Jung E-suk waited for Park Jin-gwam to be released in the detention center and went into a food stall to eat and drink. Jung E-suk was grateful for Park Jin-gu for helping her, but their conversation turned into an argument that led to them pouring soup on each other and ended up being friends. Jung E-suk wanted to increase her sales, so she tried to make her customers buy more drinks for her, but it caused her to vomit after drinking, which was seen by Park Jin-gu, who pats her back and scolded her. The bar owner tries to discourage Jung E-suk from working as a bar girl after she hears from Jung E-suk that she hides from her family that she works in the bar to support the education of her siblings. Because the bar owner felt pity for Jung E-suk for giving up her life and spending time drunk with her customers. Jung E-suk goes to her brother's university to pay for his tuition fees, but Park Jin-gu accompanied her to find the owner of the ID of the college student that he saved the night before. Jung E-suk was visibly upset with Park Jin-gu as he was obviously smitten by the college student. Jung E-suk moves to another place and packs her belongings, and Park Jin-gu came to try to help her, but she keeps on ignoring him, which made him angry. Jung E-suk is surprised to see Park Jin-gu, who came to her house badly beaten, and she takes care of him with a worried heart. After Park Jin-gu's wound had healed, Jung E-suk worriedly reminded him not to get into trouble again, but Park Jin-gu sarcastically tells Jung E-suk not to care. Hearing this, Jung E-suk confessed that she loves him, but he never take her seriously. Jung E-suk went to work, but her anxiousness about Park Jin-gu was noticed by her boss, and she advises Jung E-suk not to give her heart on Park Jin-gu. Jung E-suk found out that Park Jin-gu was on a date with the college student, so she flirted with her customer, got drunk and shed tears as she struggled for her love for Park Jin-gu. Jung E-suk returned home from work and saw Park Jin-gu waiting in front of her house, so she pretended to be drunk and kissed him on the lips, but he lied to her that he was already in a relationship with the college student. Jung E-suk and Park Jin-gwam went out together, and Park Jin-gu saw the college student and he hid from her. Jung E-suk talks to the college student and informed her that Park Jin-gu does not hate her because of what her father did to Park Jin-gu's brother, but that they should not meet. Later, Jung E-suk and Park Jin-gwam became a couple as Park Jin-gu decided to live for Jung E-suk and leave his gangster life behind after he realized that he already loves Jung E-suk. Because I Love You, 1997. Cast: Lee Young-ae, Oh Hyun-kyung, Kim Kyu-ri, Jang Yong, Bae Jong-ok, Nam Eun-hee. She played Eun-ah, the second daughter in the three daughters of a widowed father who raised his daughters alone after their mother died early. Eugenia is the intelligent and strong-willed eldest sister of Eun-ah, who is preparing for the foreign service examinations, while Eun-ah's younger sister was a diligent college student. On the morning while Eun-ah was preparing herself to work, she heard her father scolding them again for waking up late, which she and sisters were used to hearing from him, and they just joked about it. Eun-ah went to the kitchen and tried to appease her father as he had already prepared breakfast for them, but her father just continues to scold them while they eat their breakfast. After breakfast they cheerfully said goodbye to their father, and the sisters rode the car together. Unbeknownst to the father and daughters that the soul of their mother and grandmother still live in the house and witness the scene in the morning. Eugenia was driving the car while Uyuna was fixing the hair of the younger sister at the back seat of the car, then sent her to the nearest subway station. As Eugenia and Uyuna continued to travel in their workplace, Uyuna discussed her concern about their father being left alone if all of them were to get married, which made Eugenia stop the car that had caused the car in their back to bump on their car. Eugenia tried to argue and apologize, but Uyuna, who was about to be late from work, apologized and went away, leaving Eugenia to deal with the angry car owner. Uyuna called her father on the phone to apologize to him that she would not be able to go home for dinner as her boss had an urgent meeting that she needed to attend. Uyuna confided to her coworkers that she wanted to quit her job because she was feeling guilty leaving her father alone at the house. As Uyuna was taking a bath before going to bed, she and Eugenia were discussing their father being alone, which they much prefer because if their father got a wife, they fear it would come between their fathers. In the morning the soul of their mother prevents their father from waking up early, which caused the three sisters to panic as all of them woke up late. They rushed into their father's room and tried to wake him up but remained sleepy. Uyuna got worried, and when she touched her father's forehead it was very hot, which caused them to panic. Uyuna called 911, but the line suddenly cut off, and when they checked on their father, his fever gone and he finally woke up without showing any signs of sickness. The sisters felt relieved and upset when their father declared he would no longer wake them up and prepare breakfast for them. Eventually the three sisters learned to take care of themselves and overcome the ups and downs of life, love and work-related issues. They also learned to accept that their father will also need someone at his side as they are about to leave home to build their own family. As Uyuna later get married and no longer worried about her father being alone. Romance. 1998. Cast: Lee Young-e, Lee Kyung-young, Hwang Soo-young, Kim Ho-jin, Yang Jiam-suk, Lee Young-ha. She played Han Ji-suk, the beautiful but not young art editor in the publishing house opened by her brother, and she is also in charge of the love column of the magazine, but her own love road is extremely bumpy, for she is almost 30 years old but still single. Han Ji-suk's sister-in-law enthusiastically introduced her colleague Yoo Chun-bong, a middle school teacher with upright personality, but unkempt. As Han Ji-suk was forcefully accompanied by her sister-in-law for her blind date, Yoo Chun-bong came in late because he chased his female student who skipped class to watch a star concert. Han Ji-suk had her very first bad impression on Yoo Chun-bong because aside on being late he also left her for hours in the restaurant as he had to meet the female student that he had chased and see that she went home safe. Han Ji-suk complains to her sister-in-law about her bad impression on Yoo Chun-bong, but her sister-in-law keeps on depending on Yoo Chun-bong, which annoyed Han Ji-suk as she argues with her sister-in-law. Yoo Chun-bong made a good impression on Han Ji-suk, and he phoned Han Ji-suk for a second date and hung up the phone without waiting for her respond, which once again annoyed Han Ji-suk, so she planned not to go. Han Ji-suk went on another blind date. This time it was arranged by her eldest sister, and she was introduced to a famous writer. Han Ji-suk tried to be polite with her date, but her mind kept thinking of Yoo Chun-bong. Han Ji-suk rode a taxi home, and the taxi passed by the restaurant, and she saw Yoo Chun-bong waiting for her for a long time, so she decided to meet him again. But as the restaurant was about to close, they went to a food stall to chat, eat and drink. Han Ji-suk got drunk and started to criticize Yoo Chun-bong, but he still sent her home on the bus. The next morning Han Ji-suk was woken up by her nephew, and she was surprised to know that Yoo Chun-bong had sent her home, which delighted her sister-in-law. Han Ji-suk met the famous writer again, hoping to help her brother publish his book, but Yoo Chun-bong suddenly appeared and sat with them, so they decided to change location. Yoo Chun-bong kindly reminded Han Ji-suk not to be fooled by the writer, for he heard from a friend that the writer was not a decent man, but she slapped him for slandering the writer. The writer offered to help Han Ji-suk, but he wanted her to be his girlfriend, but she politely declined and left the writer. Han Ji-suk was surprised when she went home and saw Yoo Chun-bong waiting for her until late at the door of her house as he was checking that she arrived safely, which changed Han Ji-suk's first impression on Yoo Chun-bong, and she also apologizes for the slapped, but he doesn't mind. Yu Chubong asked Han Ji-suk's sister-in-law to ask Han Ji-suk out to watch a movie and then he proposed to her, but Han Ji-suk always thought that she didn't love Yu Chubong, so she declined. Han Ji-suk heard that Yu Chubong was sick and hospitalized, so she came to the hospital to visit him, but Han Ji-suk saw a woman taking care of Yu Chubong, so she just left. Yu Chubong learned that Han Ji-suk came to visit. Regardless of his weak body, he chased out of the hospital with a drip bottle in his hand and caught up with Han Ji-suk, who proposed to Yu Chubong, which made him happy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.